So in this question, let's have a look at the formula that has to do with distance from a point to the line. So we are presented with the triangle in the beginning. We have all the vertex A, B, and C. We have coordinates. We have an angle here. And in first part, we have to calculate slope of AB, which we've done, half, and the slope of AC, which is -1. And the reason why I'm bringing it, because we're going to need that for part B. So we have to find the shortest distance from B to the line AC. So the shortest distance always, if you think about real life, is when we go straight ahead, isn't it? Basically at right angle. So we have a formula that has to do with the distance from a point to a line. So let's go to our table, get our formula. That's page 19. This is where we have the formula. So let's see, how do we use this formula? So we need to know what are those letters, isn't it, in our formula, so that we can replace letters with numbers. So this formula and this formula will equal distance, so that we understand that. So we have distance from this award, that's the point, that's the coordinate of a point. So in our case, x1 and y1 are coordinate of what? Point B, isn't it? So that will be 4 and 2. And then to the line AC. Now we don't have line AC, that's the problem. So how do we create an equation of a line? Well, we have a formula in our table, isn't it? That's page 18. Now, by default, we can always go for that first formula that is here. And sometimes when we have the information, we can use the second. And actually here, we can go for the second. So let me explain. When we are looking at the first formula, here, that's the coordinate of a point. So I need a point, and then that I need a slope. So M is the slope, x1, y1 is the point. When it comes to the second formula, that M still means the same slope, and the only difference is this value of C. This is where the line cuts the y-axis. And actually, in our situation, we know that this line cuts the y-axis at 0. So I can actually do that. All I need is the slope. And well, we have a slope for AC because that was done in first part. So that means equation of this line is y equal -1x. If we have 0 plus c, we can write it or not write it. Doesn't really matter. But let's say we write that. Okay, so we can identify. Now, I need that line, all of the numbers on one side. So all I need to do is to move that y to the other side, therefore change the sign. Okay, so let's identify A, B, and C from our formula. So A, number that stand beside x. The number that stand beside x is what? -1. We know if we don't have a number, we have 1 there. Then the same. Number B is the number that stand beside y, and again, in our case, -1. And then C we don't have, so we can put 0 or not put it, but let's put it should in case we are confused about whether that's important or not. Okay, so now all we do, we take that fraction line, absolute value bracket, value A, our A is -1, and that is multiplied by value of x1, which in our case is 4, plus value of B -1, and again multiply by the y value, and in our case, the y value is 2, plus, and then value of C, that is 0. And then square root at the bottom. And again, A value is what? -1. So -1, make sure when you are putting it in the calculator, you put that in the bracket. And then B again, -1, and again to the power of 2. We put all of that in the calculator, we press equal, and we get the answer 3 square root of 2. So really nice question, but if you are starting, if you are in the 5th year and you are dealing with coordinate geometry, or 6th year, or you are revising, not reversing, if you are revising, that's a good question to look at.